The South African national side since 2010 after Carlos Alberto Pereira stepped down following the deflating World Cup exit at home. It was a third World Cup appearance in 4 tournaments for the South Africans. They're looking for a return to the top table. Mo Salah will lead Egypt again here. Egypt have twice before won the Nations Cup when it's been played at home. Bafana Bafana stand in the way of the first knockout hurdle, the way of the hat-trick in 2019. Egypt against South Africa, the last 16 of the Africa Cup of Nations. This is Andy Bodfish in the commentary.
To have a lot of the ball.
Where Trezeguet plays in the overlapping full turn, try to do something on the break and launch.
Appear to be part of an...
They're attacking early, but the ball is... Salah, they're working the combination. And Salah, the target.
Just takes a deflection there.
Snapshot there, 30-year-old from Al Ahly with the first strike on goal. There might be a sight on goal at the other end.
Mention about them playing on the counter-attack. It's been an encouraging start for South Africa.
With South Africa trying to fashion... Trying to work the combinations. South African mistake, and there's Red picking up the ball deep.
Prod it slightly.
Went to sleep a little here. Salah here as South Africa try and break forward. Really bright start actually from the team. Forward into position. 80's Bongani Zungu continues to run. Let's watch the 10. So poor delivery, and they tried to just pick their way through. Terrific effort.
Dated first 15 minutes, you'd have to say South Africa have had the better chances. For South Africa, breaking up play in
2002 World Cup, which South Africa qualified for. Good run in behind. Tackles there inside the penalty area. Temikosi Lorch takes the corner. So it looks tailor-made for the left footer. It's Tau. Oh, they're starting to take it to Egypt here.
Decent free kick there from Percy Tau.
Another indication that South Africa needed saving. Percy Tau. But Egypt have won it back. It's Trezeguet who's going to play that. The chance for a 3-on-2. Trezeguet is down the right-hand side, and Trezeguet the recipient of the...
Amazed that Mohamed Salah didn't take that on himself. Do this. You will get hurt. Absolutely.
Just passes it straight at Williams.
Well, that's it.
When the Baxter's team have approached this match in exactly the right way. Tau sends... Manti tried to retrieve. The second ball needs defending.
With that much height going into the box, you'd expect your keeper to be...
Continue to stretch Egypt here.
Good little punch there from...
Lebo Matiba just retreating a few yards to pick the ball up.
Oh. Ball go across you there from Percy Tau into Lorch, but ball went up to Matiba.
Behind.
A great little play there. Love seeing that.
With the attempt on the turn. That will be on Tuesday. Nice one too. They might be...
Decent defending there from Makise.
In here. And Williams able to scramble it and pick the ball up. El Said plays it in, so maybe a chance at another good delivery. It's carried to the far side, not well defended at all by the Egypt. There go the runners. Couldn't clear the first line. As Trezeguet comes forward, Mosen and Salah are the targets, so too El Neni. Trying to work something with Lebo Matiba, and the shooting charge.
Matiba, the player that in that middle bit area, as we mentioned earlier, just taking responsibility, good touches.
Click from South Africa.
Just calming possession.
Makocho was happy to take. Averted for the time being. In comes the corner. Came in low as well. They didn't win, and they're in here. El Shinawi out on the at the moment, the Egyptians. Indeed, yeah.
Overhit the through ball slightly. Not too sure what he was doing there. Could have easily gone in with his hand.
Scrambling desperately to block the shot from here in Cairo thus far. Ashraf, they're doing a very effective job of frustrating Egypt. But Salah find a way through, just find that glimmer. Even the reliable Salah can looking to break that stalemate. Salah just tangling. Egypt have had tonight.
I don't think it's a foul. I think Mohamed Salah's very unlucky there.
Been cruising at their home base, the Cairo International Stadium, thus earlier in the tournament for Marwan Mohsen. So it's a little bit of a switch around here for Javier Clemente. Didn't like what he saw in that first 45, so he's changed it up. Would it be the right decision? Egypt against South Africa then in the last 16 of the Africa Cup of Nations. Second half is underway. Away we go then in the second half here at the Cairo International. Kotjo. South Africa with the bodies in
the foul there. If he's saying anything that he's feeling once more.
Matiba penalised. Little lift in the Egyptian level, maybe at the start here. Elneny hits.
Game with that 50-50 challenge. You'd expect him to
work from Trezeguet.
It's the first time really that the first
it. Who threaten themselves down either flank with the launch. He clips it to El Mohammadi. We've seen him forward to score 2 goals in this tournament already. But this needs a better end product on it. Runs it away. You can see Salah bombing on, and Salah denied there for goal directly with the previous set piece that they earned. Try and pick out a Elneny, and then Salah in behind. Versatile wrestling him. Ashraf gets away and then swings over the. South Africans need a good delivery. It is a good delivery. That's Wyo. Needs to hit the target there. What a decent header as well. And round robin here in Egypt. Trezeguet controls that with his heel, but good stuff again being played by the team in yellow. They're in behind it.
Launch gets into a good position. Slightly critical,
but the finish is just off again for South Africa.
For me, this is a mass.
Well, it was a super run by Thembinkosi Launch, switching. Can Egypt get some momentum? Salah takes it. That's. Look at the room now. Lebo Matiba, and they've got to play a square. It's Thembinkosi Launch. What about that? The Cairo International Stadium stunned into silence. South African cheers, you can just about hear them. Just Stuart Baxter's South Africa are on the verge of a colossal upset. It's a counter-attacking goal, and it's a finish from Thembinkosi Launch that is the jewel on the Nile.
You just have to wonder where the defensive unit of Egypt have gone.